Hi, I'm Danielle. Welcome to my perfume journal and another episode of Whatcha, Smellin, where we see how well I know my own collection by smelling my perfumes in a blind sniff test. Okay, my husband is handing me the blotter, and I'm going to give it a sniff. Okay. It's not coming to me immediately this time, but it's extremely familiar. Okay, it's floral. It's a little spicy. There's something synthetic in here that I'm recognizing. I can't place it yet. It's something like fruit. Some kind of fruit like banana or something tropical about this. I know what it is. I just can't think of it. How many sprays did you do? Hold on. What the hell is this? Oh, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. Ooh, you almost stumped me on this one. This is Vacation from Arquiste. Will you please reveal the perfume? Ta-da! Okay, so I will tell you a little bit about this perfume now. Yeah, so it took me a little while to suss out this perfume because it is one that I don't wear very often. Vacation was a blind buy perfume for me. I bought it 4 years ago when it came out in 2021 because I was completely and entirely sucked in by their marketing campaign. If ever a marketing campaign was created for Gen Xers, this was the one. The ads were like homages to those sunscreen magazine ads from the 80s, everything from like the fashion to the hair to the fonts that they used. The photos even had that kind of grainy quality you'd associate with ads from the 80s and magazines. And the only thing that I could think of that would have made this campaign even more 80s is if they had offered a mailing with those like sticky perfume foldouts, the ones that you'd like rub all over your skin and then get covered with paper cuts. Either way, A++ on the marketing, total immediate blind buy. So when the package came in the mail, the entire narrative of this perfume became even more amazing. The receipt was printed on dot matrix paper, which if you don't know what that is, before there were like inkjet or laser printers, we had printers that functioned much like a typewriter with an ink ribbon. And the paper had these like perforated edges with little holes in the margins that would fix them to these like nubby spools on the printer. And that's how the printer paper would come out. I thought that was such a cool detail. Then you look at the bottle, which is also totally 80s. You can see here that it's got like an oversized 80s style crystal gem cap. The gold label is imprinted with totally 80s fonts. There's quotation marks for emphasis. That's so 80s. I still do that. It's just really thoughtfully done, and every bit of it is so super fun. The Vacation company really thought through all of the details of how they wanted to present this perfume, and it was so effective from both a sales standpoint, but also from a perfume standpoint. And the reason is because they did not just push out a perfume of poor quality for this like 80s novelty kind of thing. They collaborated with Arquiste on this perfume, and the nose behind it is the genius perfumer Rodrigo Flores-Ru. He has a long and accomplished career. He created perfumes for brands like Elizabeth Arden, Calvin Klein, Tom Ford. Recently, he's worked with niche brands like Arquiste, Le Gallion, and this cool brand out of Mexico called Xenu. And this just scratches the surface of his illustrious portfolio. And if you're interested, Emma Vernon interviewed him on a live episode of her podcast, The Perfume Room. I think it was last year, and it was like the best, most interesting, most fun interview with a perfumer that I think I've ever heard. I'll put a link to that episode down in the description box in case you want to check it out. He is so awesome. It is totally worth a listen. So let's talk about the perfume itself. So the notes in the ad were part of the marketing campaign. Get a load of these notes as they were listed in one of their ads. It said coconut, banana, Speedo, pool water, and pool toy. I mean, is that genius or what? Tell me you cannot smell that in your head right now. No matter what generation you are, the smells of the pool are like timeless. Okay, so the perfume notes on Parfumo are coconut milk, coconut water, petitgrain, banana, pineapple, bergamot, musk, orange blossom, chlorinated water, synthetic fibers, that's the Lycra bathing suit note, and sea salt. So as a kid, I spent every single summer at the public pool. So these notes are like memories of the most formative years of my life. We were totally free to roam the streets. We did not come home until dark. We didn't have a worry in the world. I don't even remember eating food in the summer, except maybe those like gross hamburgers you could get at the pool snack bar for like 50 cents. You just needed fuel to keep Marco Poloing and like getting up the courage to dive off of the high board at the pool. And so right away, when you spray this perfume, you get that banana, the coconut, and the pineapple. It's very sunscreeny, like some kind of tropical sun tanning oil. It's super sweet and punchy, but then immediately after that, the synthetic notes start coming out. And there is absolutely no mistaking that plasticky pool toy scent. It's like one of those blow up pool floats that's been baking in the sun and then dunked underwater to cool it off before you hop on. Also very, very recognizable in this is the bathing suit note, the Lycra fabric. You can almost feel like the stretchiness in the texture of the perfume, and you can totally smell the chlorinated pool water. Not so much as like a note on its own, but very, very much the way pool water smells when it's been indelibly soaked into the fabric of a bathing suit after hours and hours of swimming. And even though you could definitely call this a novelty perfume, I think it's so much more than that. It's so wearable. It's actually really pretty, especially in the summer. When I put it on, it's like I can hear the opening notes of some Air Supply song coming out of the boombox. I'm grabbing my towel and running out the door, and I can just hear my mom's voice behind me saying, like, be home in time for dinner. It's such a great idea for a perfume, and more than that, it's an idea that was executed very, very well, and that can only be done by a fabulous perfumer like Rodrigo Flores-Rue. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Whatcha Smellin'. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of fun with this one. I really appreciate you being here, for spending your time with me, and for chatting perfumes with me in the comments. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.